Good day, classmates. I'm Tristan Mendoza, and together with me are my group mates, Miss Danica Asuncion and Miss Eloisa Mariano. We will be reporting about restrictions to capacity to act in marital status. So what is marital status? The definition of marital status refers to the legal recognition of an individual's relationship status concerning marriage. So it indicates whether a person is single, married, widowed, or divorced. So in its description, marital status affects various legal rights and obligations, including property ownership, inheritance, and the capacity to enter into contracts. So in the Philippines, marital status is crucial in determining the application of laws related to family, property, and succession. So what are its key features? First is single, not currently married, includes never married individuals. And for the married, they are legally united to another person. This status affects property rights under the family code. And for the widowed, a person whose spouse has died, they may have specific rights regarding inheritance. And for the divorce, in the Philippine context, divorce is not widely recognized. However, annulment is a legal process that nullifies a marriage. And for the restriction and limitation to capacity to act, Miss Eloisa Mariano will discuss it further.
Thank you po, Sir Tristan. So for the restriction and limitation to capacity to act, we will discuss 5. So the first one would be a husband and wife cannot donate to one another. So this prohibition extends to common law relationships. So for this is according to Article 87 of the Family Code, which is the reason for this public policy is that the possibility that one may exert undue influence over the other. So as a rule, they cannot also sell to one another except in cases where they are governed by the complete separation of property regime or when there is separation of properties during the marriage. This is according to Article 1490 of the New Civil Code. So next slide, please. The second one is that a husband and wife cannot also enter into a universal partnership of all properties. This is according to Article 1782 of the New Civil Code, and that the law, because the law also declares as void marriages among relatives in the direct line. So whether legitimate or illegitimate. So this is provided under Article 37 of the Family Code, or even those in the collateral line up to the 4th civil degree of consanguinity by reason of public policy. This is according to Article 38 of the Family Code. So next, we have third, a married woman 18 years of age or over is qualified for all acts of civil life. So this doesn't mean that a woman is married is not qualified for all acts of civil life. She is still qualified. So, however, there are exceptions. So, except in cases specified by law. For example, she may donate, mortgage, or pledge her own paraphernalia property without marital consent. So, this is according to Article 140 of the Civil Code. Fourth, we have this. She may even exercise a calling or profession. So this is provided under Article 73 of the Family Code. So for this, this is also related to our previous point. Fifth, or the last slide, we have, if the married woman be under 21, she is considered a married minor. She therefore cannot dispose of, or encumber her own real property without parental consent. So this is according to Article 399, that if her husband is the guardian, his consent is needed. So according to the Code Commission, the fact that a woman is a wife modifies her capacity to dispose of the conjugal property or to bring an action, though her capacity to act is not limited in the sense that a minor's capacity is limited. So in order for you to understand this, Miss Danica will be giving you examples for this.
Thank you for that, Miss Mariano. So for our examples, we listed several to fully grasp the concept of restricted capacity in the terms of a marital status. So starting off with the most common restriction is the bigamy. So what is bigamy? So bigamy is illegal and individuals cannot enter into a second marriage if they are already legally married to another person. This restriction is in place to protect the institution of a marriage and prevent individuals from entering into multiple marriages without the knowledge or consent of their existing spouse. So here in our example, we just listed because there is a certain certificate before one can marry. And it is called the Certificate of No Marriage or the CENMAR, in which it states that the person getting married is not yet married to another. Thus, it is also called a respect to the marriage of the law and respect to their existing spouse. Next slide, please. So another example is the restriction to capacity in terms when one party is deemed to be mentally incompetent. So both parties must be mentally capable of comprehending the implications of the arrangement that they are entering in order to fully grasp what are the contents, what are the challenges, what are the obligations that there are in a marital contract. Also, if a person's ability to act appropriately is declared to be mentally incompetent by the person taking care of them, they may not be fully understand the concept of the marriage contract. Thus, in our next example later, it will be later explained. So, why is the two parties must be mentally capable? This occurs for them to know what are the qualifications, what are the needs, and what are their needs to one another, and to know that what are the paths they are going into. Next slide, please. So here we have the legal guardianship. So legal guardianship is appointed to make decisions on behalf of a person who is deemed incapable of making decisions for themselves, which could include entering into a marriage contract. So in certain situations, if the legal guardian deems that it's not the best interest of the person under their care to be married, then they might prohibit them. So here, the person taking care of the person that is to be married has the decision, has the control over them, because under the rule of the law, they are the one that needs consent for that certain person to get married. Next slide, please. So here we are. So to conclude the overall presentation of the reporters, we listed several examples, descriptions, the limitations of the people or the persons in order to get married. So why? These restrictions are in place to protect the institution of a marriage and ensures that both parties are able to fully understand with consent the obligations and responsibilities that comes with marriage. By enforcing these restrictions, society can help safeguard the integrity of the marriage and protect the individuals who may not have the capacity to act in their best interest. And that is it. This is our presentation.